It on.
There you go.
I can't make myself out very well. Turn that light on. I don't know what you. There, now I can see myself.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Record. Jeff Stork here again. Jeff the Prophet Stork. I got some more preaching to do. There were 4 African Americans that tortured and beat a mentally ill person. To them, I say God loves you and so do I. The white Christian churches need to send you some commissary money and money for lawyers. Let them be a witness unto Jesus Christ for you. 2 cops beat and killed an African American. There's good and bad everywhere. It's the bad cops that are making the other ones look bad. There's a lot of good cops out there. And you're supposed to be setting an example. That's not setting a very good example. Because you thought he had a gun. You need to make sure he's got a gun. And he's pointing it at you before you do any shooting. You need to go straight to prison. There's $880 billion taken out from HUD. You're taking money from the poor, Trump, to do what with? Build an army and start World War III? While you ride around in your plane with gold-plated seatbelt buckles? Come on. You got the money to get us out of the deficit we're in. You want to be president? You want to make this country great again? Put your money where your mouth is. What else I got here? The FBI director got fired for being honest. Honest. What a crock. Turn the page here. Hang on. Freedom of the press is being challenged. The right to bear arms is being taken away. The reason we have the right to bear arms in case the government got too big. And they're the ones trying to take our guns away. The safest place in the world is Jerusalem. Do you know why? Everyone's armed to the teeth. It's the safest place in the world. You want to make the streets of America safe again? You arm every man and woman over the age of 18 with an AK-47 or a 9mm for the women. Who's going to pull a crime then? Make the country safe again. The right to vote is being taken away, little by little. They're in there. Once you go to prison and get out, your right to vote is gone. And while you're there, you're being used as slave labor. Talk about trafficking human flesh. Our country's doing it. We the people means just that, we the people. And 2/3 of the country is on or below poverty level. Man, we the people need to speak up. March on Washington. And while you're protesting, wave that American flag. Because what it means to me is standing up for what's right. So wave that flag. And the middle class, they're paying all the bills. That ain't right either. You drive around in your gold-plated, seat-covered belt, whatever, and you take money from the poor and have the middle class pay for everything. Our government is run like organized crime. CIA put a hit on North Korea president or dictator, whatever you want to call them. And you sell arms to the Arabs or whoever. Anybody else tried to do that and they're thrown in prison. Why ain't you thrown in prison? You're a dictator, Trump. You lie in the White House with all your relatives. That's being a dictator. I'll tell you one more thing. I'm going to close here by saying I want to hear from you. We the people. My address is Jeff Stork, JEFFSTORK, 816 North Minnesota, apartment 208, Mitchell, South Dakota. The zip is 57301, and I want to hear from you. If you're in prison, if you're on the street struggling to survive, I want to hear from you. Put me in Washington and I want to do something. Every time elections come around, they say it's time for a change. It's time for a political revolution. And what happens? Nothing. The country gets worse and worse after every election. Put me in Washington. I'll tear down that fence between Mexico and the United States. Instead of building a wall and spending billions, pump that into Mexico's economy. They'll stop coming across and live in their own country, prosperous. And if they're prosperous, there goes the drug problem. And ISIS, for God so loved the world, that means you too, ISIS. We need to bomb ISIS with Bibles that says God loves you and so do I. Let me hear from you. By doing this, I'm gonna probably lose my Social Security. I'll probably end up in prison. And I'm gonna ask for your support. Anything you can send me, money-wise, I'd appreciate it. And it's all gonna go to the poor fighting our government. Thank you very much. That's it.